A guy should be like a former president. When Museveni retires, you will never hear Museveni working. You know, the other time when we were having our battle here with the Kisanja and all that, a European came and said, you know, that I should go and be Secretary General of the UN. I said, what? Secretary General of what? UN. President, Secretary General is the Karani of... How can Museveni work for anybody? Once I retire, only God will be the one to employ me. That issue of compensation can go to court, but it should not stop the project. Should not stop the project. Mbancha Aliao. Because that's how the Africans survive. They're in no hurry. You can see the language also is not in a hurry. Mbancha Aliao. When I was still there, I heard that a court had stopped the man who had put $630 million on the ground. It's really not. Why stop? Why? If these people are quarreling about who, they can solve that. Why do you stop this? Why? And this is part of the state which is trying to make these people of yours jump on the back. So the Chinese man was almost committing suicide. This is the historical mission of this state, to jump on the bus of modernization. We have been having a big deposit of phosphates in Tororo at a place called Sukuru. It has been there. Ever since I came in government, that deposit was there. I tried to get investors who were happy, they were not interested. Recently, I managed to get Chinese. Because Chinese are a new force, they have a lot of money, and they have capacity. So when the Chinese came, I had been talking to the Europeans, talking to the Indians, about the Sukuru fertilizer factory. When the Chinese came, I told them, see, because we were having a problem, this Museveni man, Nitin, at one time tried to bring people, then he said he didn't have money to compensate. There are some Badama there and some Bateso there. To compensate them, they needed 40 billion shillings to compensate them. Museveni said he had no money to compensate them. Then the government tried to say, okay, we shall compensate them, but you look for the money to build the factory. When we were still struggling with that, the Chinese come. When they come, they said, that's all rubbish. We shall compensate these people. They compensated them, and they went away. 40 billion, cash, they paid them. Then they came and said, oh, by the way, we are not only going to produce fertilizers, these fertilizers are mixed up with iron ore. The iron ore they call one is called hematite, the other one is called magnetite. That one is called magnetite type of iron ore. So they're going to build both a fertilizer factory, build a steel factory, the first one in Uganda, the one from iron ore to steel. Because what we have been having here have been recycling, scrap, recycling old cars, tanks, recycling them into steel. Now, this is the first, actually East African, the first East African from iron ore, what the Banyankole call obutare, to steel in East Africa. This is the first one. And the total investment is $630 million. The Chinese man was moving. Now, the Chinese also have their own issues. So within themselves, and there's another local Chinese here, a woman who has been here, called Fang Min or something like that. He started quarreling with this man, the new one from China. He started quarreling, saying that she also had shares there or something like that. So when they brought it to me, my view, I'm not a judge, I'm just a freedom fighter from the bush, but common sense and the historical mission of this state to make you jump on the bus which you have been missing for the last 600 years. This is why you were colonized. This is why many of you of our people were taken into slavery. This is the historical mission of this state, to jump on the bus of modernization. So when they came to me, I advised them, I said, if you are quarreling with the other Chinese, if you are quarreling with Fang Min for compensation, that issue of compensation can go to court, but it should not stop the project. Should not stop the project. Mbancha Aliao. Because that's how the Africans survive. They're in no hurry. You can see the language also is not in a hurry. Mbancha Aliao. When I was still there, I heard that a court had stopped the man who had put $630 million on the ground. It's really not. Why stop? Why? If these people are quarreling about who, they can solve that. Why do you stop this? Why? And this is part of the state which is trying to make these people of yours jump on the back. So the Chinese man was almost committing suicide. Then I started ringing, I rang Chief Justice, I rang who, I am a lobbyist now. My job is a lobbyist. You lobby this one. Why should I lobby for the modernization of Uganda? Why? So, that's why when I heard that you were here, I thought I should come and really talk to you. This is not just constitutional mandate. It is historical mandate. Are you going to help your people get out of the pre-industrial state, which is what they have been in, or are you going to? So I could not understand, because this man was stopped from mining, because he had a mining license. The mining license is stopped. Fortunately, I heard that the other day, that I don't know what happened. The man was about to kill himself, but I heard that it was lifted. That's what I heard. So I'm just here to please, because it's too much. I cannot, what is the logic? You could tell me, what would be the logic? I'm now here, when these foreigners leave, you tell me what is exactly. What are you looking for? If these fellows are quarreling about ownership, for me, I don't care which Chinese owns what. What I care about is that my fertilizer is processed. My steel is processed. Now, if I see the one who is moving, I let him move, and we can award, but without stopping the project. Because remember, this project has got money from banks. And any day you delay, interest is accumulating. The money is not producing. You cannot be serious. You cannot be serious. There's no way you can say that you are serious, that you are a judge, or what. I may not be so clever, but certainly I can see that you are not serious. What are you looking for? So, I'm sorry if I have interfered with sub judice, I may be arrested. but at least I will die when I have spoken up. So if we can agree, really clearly on the historical mission, there should be no delay of these huge projects which have got financial implications. When it comes to the Chief Justice was right on, spot on, when it comes to the issue of remuneration and the role of the judiciary. Although we still have other sectors which are understaffed, like the police are not enough, even the teachers in schools, but the judiciary is unique. If it could be properly aligned on the historical mission, I would have no problem at all, and I have never had any problem of saying that you people, Banyankole say, tuingane turahamaro. That's what the Banyankole say. Tuingane eturahamaro. When people are drinking, they say, gonsinzaki, urumusajja nange nimusajja. But when you wake up, you find the one who is more important than the other one. So that's why the Banyankole say, equality is only among the drunkards. But when you are not drunk, you'll be able to know that this one, although I am a man, but this one also. So really the judiciary have a unique role because okuramura, that okuramura, especially if you use our words, they are much better than the English. I don't know why you like English so much. It is not all that clear to use. But okuramura, people are fighting. You separate them. You separate, and you do it fairly, so that everybody is satisfied. That's a very, very important peacemaking role. So if you have got okuramura, even the Bible talks about it. The Bible talks about it quite a bit. I don't know what happened to our Bishop Abura, Obura, where is she? Oh, she's normally our priest when we come here. I would have asked her where it is in the Bible, where they talk about the fair judges. So a fair judiciary definitely is, as the Chief Justice quoted, will definitely help us in our struggle to jump on the bus of modernization. Once these fellows know that we have got a fair judiciary, and although you have got a case backlog, like the other woman whom I saw here, who was thanking, but that case backlog is not the same thing as the one of murder. For me, I always prioritize. That's how I manage. People who are fighting for divorce and so on, they can wait a bit. Let's first deal with the case of murder and commercial disputes, because these commercial disputes are the ones going really to shape our future. If we can handle those, you may not be able to handle those 10,000 cases, all of them at a go. The ones of divorce, the ones of all those little things. But murder, land also, if it can be, but of course the land ones. But at least murder and commercial cases, if we handle those quickly and fairly, your economy will grow. It is already growing. It's already growing. Because I am opening factories, but these bottlenecks are the ones which are causing us problem. So coming to remuneration, really I have no problem, and I will insist, because I know there are people who have got their own little battles here and there, but I will not accept it. I will mobilize our people and say that the judiciary, first of all, they are not very many, because one of the big problems of remuneration is numbers. When you talk like the teachers, you raise the salary of one teacher. The teachers are, in the primary school, they are 180,000, I think. The judiciary, you are talking of how many? In the Supreme Court, there are just 11 people. In the other one, there are how many? The High Court, you are saying there was 50 now, whatever. These are not big numbers. So we can, now I don't want you to mix up with this issue of clerks. Because the other time this is the problem I had with Makerere people. Because the sweeper who was sweeping near the professor. that because he's sweeping near the professor, he's also like the I say, please, shut up. We can sack you and get another sweeper. So let's not mix with these clerks. The clerks can wait a bit. But the legal, we can definitely move them to regional standards, even international standards, so that they... I have no problem with that, and I will work for it. Now, there's also the inhuman side. I don't know why these Africans are really inhuman. Because this lawyer, because the lawyers, with the peace we have brought, the lawyers in town are making a lot of money. These lawyers were in the private sector. So if we pulled up some of them, like Katurebi had his legal something, then we pulled him out. You should come and do Bwana Chewa, some voluntary work. He comes, he's been here for 20 years, 30 years, and then he retires. You find he cannot get medical treatment, cannot do this. That's not correct. That's not correct. When other lawyers are building hotels, they are building, the ones who stayed in the private sector, that's not good management. So I will struggle to make sure that this little thing you are talking about, this was Endozo. This one was just the one we gave you. You know Endozo? You people, you don't know Endozo. Endozo, when you go to Ntungamo, our trading center, there were women there who were selling beer. So somebody who wanted to drink without paying, there would be 6 women selling. So he would go to all of them and say, Ndozo. And then he drinks, this is not good. He finishes the 6 of them, she's drunk, and he says, all the... So, this increment you're talking about is just Endozo. We are going to continue. But more importantly, even when they retire, my view was that they should retire with their either full salary or at least 80%, the pension side, or at least 80%. And that's what I'm also going to insist on. I've discussed this with His Lordship Katurebe. This is the idea to get our people out of temptation. We don't want a former judge to be hanging around lawyers in town to give him some part-time job when he has retired from the bench. This is the meaning. A judge should be like a former president. When Museveni retires, you will never hear Museveni working. You know, the other time when we were having our battle here with the Kisanja and all that, a European came and said, you know, that I should go and be Secretary General of the UN. I said, what? Secretary General of what? UN. Secretary General is the Karani of... How can Museveni work for anybody? Once I retire, only God will be the one to employ me. So, the judge should be the same. We should not hang around to get part-time here, part-time there. We should really cushion them that they don't have... In fact, it should even be part of their terms of service, that once you retire, you don't look for those employments. You just retire, and in your dignity, you go with your car, you go with your escort. How many are they? There are not so many. And because of the numbers, I think it is manageable. So, salary enhancement, we shall continue enhancing until we reach the comparable international standards. Secondly, on the pension, I want to fight the battle that the pension should be either the same or equal to or near the salary you are getting when you are still active. And then the other support, the car, the medical, they should remain as you were when you are still in service. That's how you will be protected from these temptations. It is now my pleasure to do what? To declare the conference open.